Fee, fi, fo, fum. La, 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 la. La, la, la.
Oh God.
Y'all ready for this?
They're not ready. They're not ready for this.
Uh-oh. Our pen is almost out of ink. Some
Nobody's
little
even
dots. It's for us
Yeah.
though, it'd be saved. Hey, welcome aboard. We're not talking about pens today.
Nope.
Thank you for joining in. No, we're not sponsored, so I'm not showing them off. So
Actually, just put your plane, your landing strip.
my landing strip. Everybody like that? I can grow hair. You see it. Yeah. Welcome aboard, y'all, today. Those of you that are in here already, we're
Hello.
kind of waiting for some people to come in. We're gonna do a little bit of a tutorial on some of our bait rigs, how we set them up, our knots, and a few tips on things that we see, especially using these setups. We've tried a lot of different setups, and this seems to work pretty religiously. So,
Hello, everyone. We're just gonna wait a minute before we start. Jay's gonna show a polymer knot. And you guys, if you have any questions on the fishing gear that we use, the line, the hooks, the bait, whatever, just
baits, weights, hooks,
feel free
leaders.
to ask. No question is a dumb question unless we're off subject. And we're going to try to stay on subject, okay? That's
Good luck with
important.
that.
Yeah, let's try to stay on what we do in majority of our videos.
We were
content.
going to go out fishing, imagine that. But
And-
we were late because we did a little drone practice earlier with Lily. And then the storm came in. It pretty much every day now in Florida, Southwest Florida, between 3 and 5, it's going to storm. It's going to rain. So that just happened, and we're just waiting for y'all to get on. Thought we'd give some technical stuff out.
Hey,
Hi, Jay.
What's up, Rob?
All right, now, yep.
Rob's here. Okay, we can start.
Here's
Yay.
one of the great things. I know y'all don't see me putting on glasses to actually see, but my fishing glasses have bifocals in them. So whenever you see me going, oh God, I can't see anything, and I tie a knot like that, it's because I have bifocals in those glasses. Now the screen I can't see because I have the sunglasses on, and that's why Lisa jumps in all the time, and Lily and everybody else.
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys?
Howdy.
Yeah, and I'll be using my reading glasses too, just to see your guys' comments. So go slow for us.
We're gonna go through all of this twice, and I'm gonna go
Yes,
slow. And
Rob.
there's gonna be questions, but if there's anything you need us to do again, I am gonna do all of it twice. So relax, enjoy, and I'm gonna start with some of it right now.
I'm gonna be zooming in so you can see better. Hello, what's up, Zan?
So this is a light Inshore setup that we use. Now there's a line-to-line knot there. So this is braided line. It's 15 or 20 pound test braided line. No special brand. And we did a line-to-line knot. Now, you see how small that knot is? That's so it will go through the eyes, the guides on your rod, and you won't break your eyelets. Now, the other reason we do this is so that we can have as much movement as we want. We pick it. So we do this line-to-line. We put a barrel swivel on. This is a 3/8, and then I wanted to stop it somewhere. So I put a split shot on there just to stop that, and then about 2.5 feet down, I have a little number one sized mosquito hook or semicircle hook, And that's how we make that rig. And this is all our light inshore stuff we're using with bait. Shrimp, cut bait, live greenies, even a small finger mullet, pinfish. Now, the only thing we might change on here is weight and hook size, depending on what we're fishing and what we're fishing for, how bad the current is, how hard the current is. All right, so I'm gonna, with this one, the whole reason we put a leader on here, and this is 20-pound monofilament, just regular old monofilament line, but it's because it has some stretch, and if you get a big fish on, it gives it a little bit of stretch. That braided line doesn't stretch. So it gives a little bit of stretch, and a lot of the fish we catch here have teeth, and they will get the line. I don't know if it can, you see all that, yep. Hit a spot there. You see the odd spots right there? It doesn't look smooth compared to down here. The fish actually got their teeth all the way up to there. That's about 4 inches that the fish either got it in rocks or got it in their teeth. But the mono will hold. That braid, as soon as it gets a cut in it, it's done. So I'm gonna replicate this for y'all, and Lisa's gonna try to watch. First, I'm taking it all apart. I'm gonna try just cutting the old hook off, and I'm cutting this a little bit of this main line off, just because the weight will run around on it, and it'll kind of make it a little bit weaker. I got my pen tangled up, and our little split shot is off. So those are 3 of our ingredients. And then this is our old leader. We're gonna put it away and make sure you throw it away properly so birds and wildlife don't get it and it doesn't become trash. So, I'm gonna start with my main line. This is the line coming off of my rod and reel. This is 15-pound braided line. And I'm gonna take a leader. Now for this rod, we usually use 20-pound on everything, because anything smaller, the Spanish mackerel, if you get into them, they'll cut you off all the time. So I got 20-pound monofilament, and I'm going to take off about 3 feet just to make my leader. We'll lose about 6 inches off of that when we make the leader, just cutting off our tag end. So I'm going to take the monofilament line, and I'm going to make a loop about 4 inches. Just a 4-inch loop, and I'm gonna hold it where I have about 2 inches of that sticking out, but I'm gonna hold it very tightly together and keep it the same. I will not let this loop turn when I do this, even when I switch hands. I will put my braided line, my main line, up through. I will get about 8 inches of it, and I will keep it all pinched together. Now, if you can see, I have all the line together. I'm holding it. Now, I'm going to make 5 loops over the top. 3, 4, 5, and now I'm going to make 6 loops coming back. Now, I was moving away from my loop. Now I'm going to come back to my loop. 1, 2. Now I know this is small line and it's hard to see, but if you watch what I'm doing, the technique is super easy. Save this. So I came 6 times back, and we came up through, so I have to go down through to make it finish its actual loop the whole way down. Now, you see my loop and all this? Now I'm gonna slide this loop down a little bit. You see it coming together, and now I can pull it a little bit, bring it down, tighten it a little bit, bring it down, tighten it a little bit. See how small this knot has gotten? And I keep pulling it down. Now I'm pulling on both ends, the tag and the main. Then I'm gonna let go of the tag ends. Now I'm only holding both the main lines, and I'm gonna pull on that to set it and cinch it. And you pull on it as hard as you can without, obviously, breaking the line depending on your weight. Now this is the tag end, the loose stuff. I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to cut it off right near the knot. I'm going to leave the smallest little piece on there, and this in the water is going to do nothing. Now, you got your monofilament tag part cut that tag off, and you're going to cut it down next to the knot. See, I don't really leave much on there. It's pretty tight up to the knot. Now you have this little small knot that even if you run it through your guides, it's okay. Next thing we do is put our weight on. Got a barrel swivel, or a barrel weight. Just gonna slide it on. Now look, it will slide in and out of that knot too, so we can use any amount we want to on this. Now we're gonna put our little wee hook on for this setup, and this is 20-pound monofilament, so that little eye can get pretty tight. So that's one thing that you're gonna have to probably practice with, is a little wee eyelet and a pretty big piece of line. And these super steady hands. I should be a surgeon. All right, so you put it through and you make a loop, and that's really it. You put it through one way and you bring it back the other way. Some people will try to pinch it down and put the whole loop through, but on small eyelets, you're not gonna get it through there. So now I'm just pinching the line, and I'm gonna make a knot, just a simple overhand knot. How I use my fingers is just how I learn, and it's super easy and simple. So I take this finger and I pull down, I pinch the line where I have the other two pinched, and now I've got a loop made here and this loop, and I'm going to put this loop through here. Just a simple slip knot. That's all that is. Whoops, I caught my hook. So I made a simple slip knot, and we're going to hold right there.
Just to let you guys know, if the comments are in your way, you can swipe over. You can swipe it over and get them out of the way.
So we made a simple slip knot. Now I'm going to wet it just a little bit. Right there. And now I've got to put my lure or my hook or whatever it is through this loop. So I open the loop up, control the line with my other finger, and I hold onto the hook where it's not going to poke me, and I slide my fingers all the way up to where my knot is. Now I have complete control of all my line the whole time. All I'm going to do is let go so I can get my tag in, and only pull the tag in. It will ruin this knot in monofilament if you pull the other end. Only pull the tag in. And I slowly pull it down, keep the hook away from your fingers, and I keep that control of that knot at the top with my fingers, just enough to keep it all sliding down, and then I pull it tight. Notice I use my teeth a lot. Well, that saves me and keeps me controlling these knots and puts a little pressure on. Now we take our tag end off, slide down. I leave just a hair, just a little wee bit sticking up there. But this is a small, compact knot.
Jay said, "Dang it, I joined when you're done."
We're gonna do it all again.
We'll do it again. We knew other people would come in.
I'm gonna take a break and have a beer in between.
Don't worry, we'll do it all again. And if anybody has any questions.
So to go over what we have so far, we did a line-to-line knot with our braided main line, and then this, our leader line, 20-pound monofilament. We used a polymer knot on our little 1/0 hook, and that's all the bigger that polymer knot is. And now we want to set what our depth is going to be, so where we want our weight at. Now, a lot of times just my leader, because it's almost 3 feet, is enough. So I take a split shot and I put it right above my line-to-line knot.
He said, "Yeah, go get a beer."
All right. So I put it right above my line-to-line, because that way it won't slip anymore either. And then we got this barrel swivel that can go as long as I want. So if we get in the current and this hits the bottom, it can keep pulling line out of it. I can keep feeding it line. So that's our basic inshore setup for our light tackle stuff for bait. And that's our polymer knot and a line-to-line. A couple things, when you're using small hooks, it's hard to get heavy leader through this. 20-pound leader is about all I can get through these #1 hooks.
Zan said, "I've just learned something new." Awesome.
What'd you learn? Get a beer in between what you're doing, slow down? Sorry, no, I'm not promoting alcoholism. But it's really tough to get a polymer knot through some of these small eyes. So you may have to downsize your line, or you may have to upsize your hook. We have really figured out in a year that 20-pound mono will keep you hooked up to Spanish mackerel when they're attacking most of the time. If you get frayed or you get rocked, this will save you most of the time. And it just seems like a good setup. Our main line, it could be, most of the time, it could be 10-pound line, and we would land most of our fish because this leader is what's important. Its connection to your main line is what's important. So, a couple things to remember. One other thing, I use a Polymer Knot for almost everything at the end of the line. If it's going in the fish, I usually have a Polymer Knot on it.
He said, no, the proper way to rig a line.
Nice. Well, that's
good.
our technique, and it works for us, and that's cool. Because I try new things. Every time I see something different, I try it. And if it works, hey, it's part of the tackle box. If it doesn't work, I pass it on to Goodwill. So.
Oh, gosh.
Another thing about these, if you're using lures or you got an eyelet that is not sealed, if it's like most of them actually have, if you can see it on this hook, it's not sealed right there at the end. It's bent all the way around into itself. So you see that little gap right at the bottom of this, at the eye? Your line, when you make a polymer knot, has got freedom. This thing will move. It's tight, but it will move. And it'll slide around there and get stuck there. You need to be watching it all the time. If you catch a fish, and every time you catch a fish, look down there and check that out. Slide it back up, because if you get hooked up with a good fish and it's on there, it'll cut your line. All right. I'm going to do
You're
the polymer
great,
knot.
And awesome. Love what you're doing. Hope you have a great day, my man. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to put away this rod.
Thank you.
Thank you. We got some wires here. I'm not used to doing this with technical stuff in the way. All right.
Yeah, hang on. Let me move.
I'm going to put this rod and this leader away so I can do the polymer knot with some bigger line and bigger hook so you guys can see it better. All right, so that's out of the way. All right, now I got a big old school reef hook. I don't think we use that stainless steel stuff anymore. I think it's illegal most places.
All right, he's going to do the polymer knot?
I'm going to do a polymer knot with some hemp thread.
Yeah,
whatever.
or just something bigger so that you can see.
And a bigger line, and hopefully you guys can see it better. Go ahead and zoom in here. This is how I tie the polymer knot. Now, you can double your line. Look at this. See, I took my line and I just doubled it over, and then push it through the hole. But that means your line has to be small enough to get through there. Double. But you go through your eye, and then you come back through your eye, and I get control of this tag, and watch how I'm holding my hands. What's that?
Try to stay up here so they can see. Yep.
Now, I got the outside main line in these two fingers, and I'm holding this line so I don't lose this and it goes back through the hole, which will happen a lot when you first start learning this knot. And I want to make sure I have about twice as much line up here as this length is. So if you got a fishing lure that's 6 inches long, you need like a foot on each side. So you do lose some line using this knot. But in my 40-some years of fishing, I don't get broke off on this knot. I pull hooks straight using this knot if I got the right weight for what I'm doing. So now I want to make a slip knot. So most people can just grab this and make a slip knot and go through. Watch how I use my fingers and manipulate what I'm doing with this. So I put this finger down and I got control of the hook. And now I put the double right there, and I got control of the hook and the loop, and I pull the hook through, or the loop through. And then now this part, do not cinch this down tight. You want it a little bit loose because we're not done with the knot. So we made a simple overhand loop, and now we're putting the bait or the hook or the lure through that loop one time. And you want to keep control of your knot. Keep all of this knot up on top. So now I'm sneaking my fingers up there, and I have complete control of it, all the line. Remember, you're only pulling your tag end.
No,
I'm gonna try to do it with my
you can't use
teeth.
this line. It's just for demonstration so that you guys can actually see it, because the line,
It's so small.
the fishing line's too small for you to see real well.
And when you use big line like this is what happens. It gets really tight really quick. So I'm going to use something to hold the hook, and I'm going to try to pull my tag end. There we go. Now, you see it? My tag end I'm pulling, and my other end is just staying. Oh, but I'm not controlling my knot. Control your knot and keep. Oh! All right. Well, this hemp rope isn't that awesome. It broke on me. It broke on me. I'm gonna have to do it again.
So that was just being used so you guys could see better.
The big line.
Basics of the polymer knot.
Yeah, this is just hemp line we
Let's see if we could do it with
use
just
for crafts
fishing
around
line.
the house. All right, I'll use the biggest, heaviest line I got. 40, well, mono. I got 40-pound mono. I'll tie this twice. It's hot back here. It's hot back here.
Do you want to turn the fan on you?
No, we're good. Okay.
Do you have a YouTube channel as well? We do. It's Real Meditation. I will actually put together this video.
We'll start tagging.
And I'll upload it to YouTube as a full video.
Cool.
Yeah. So
cool.
that for learning. Yep. It's Real Meditation at YouTube. Yes. Let me turn the fan on you.
All right. Polymer knot. All right. You got your eyelet there. We're gonna go through the eyelet once. Pull out a little line. We want to turn around and go right back the way we came in. And then I get control of this little tag with my thumb and my forefinger, and I have my main line between these two fingers. Now, I want to have twice as much line between my fingers as the length of whatever I am attaching. So now all I'm doing is making an overhand knot, a slip knot. All I'm doing is a slip knot, overhand knot. I'm going to pull it down till it's not tight but snug. And now I'm going to put this through this loop. There's a loop here, and I want to bring it backwards through the loop. Get control of your line. Put your fingers up here, and not tight, just holding it. And you get your tag. Oh, I didn't wet it. You got to do that. I know it's gross watching somebody do that, but it happens every day. And now I'm just going to tighten it, pulling the tag. Do not pull your main line. Pull your tag end, or pull your lure away from your tag end. Now, there should be a nice crisp little knot where this main line should come straight out of it. I'm going to tighten it, cut off your tag end, and you have this really nice, tight little knot. Now, if I'm fishing around any weeds, that little wee bit of tag, I would still take off of there. That little part right there sticking up.
Mary said, why is it necessary to wet it?
Very good. I'm glad somebody asked that. Thank you for being on top of it. So this monofilament line and fluorocarbon lines, anything that's not a braided line is made more in the plastic type realm. So when you're anytime you're pulling against this, like even running your fingers through it, or it runs across something, it's creating friction, and this will melt. So just pulling that line down there, I want to show you what our tag end looks like. You see how that's all kinked? That's because I pulled it through the other line, like when you're making a Christmas wrapping thing with the scissors, and that's what happens to it. And it, instead of this being like 20-pound line now it's about 10-pound line, because you took some of the integrity away because it got hot. So that's why you wet it a little bit and move your knot slowly. You don't see I'm just ripping it tight. I'm taking my time and making sure it's sliding down there, and I don't have any line sticking out. My main line is in the right way. because it's all about, this is the most important thing you're hooked up to when you're fishing.
Yeah.
This knot right
because
here.
that right there you could lose.
That's you.
You could lose your big fish.
Yep, that's you losing your personal best fish, trophy fish, or dinner that night. Or the other thing, and people need to think about this, we used to use stainless steel hooks all the time because they wouldn't rust, right? You know, guess what? You break off a fish and that's in their mouth. Now, it's going to stay there a long, long time until they can work that out. They could get infected, they could die. Heck, they could even get other fish stuck to them because they're going out to, you know, their territory or whatever. So we look at all the different factors. I appreciate the, hey, why do you do that? That's cool. The monofilament line will get friction on it and it'll become way less effective. We do...
Never knew that, thank you.
You're welcome, cool. We do another rig for our bait fishing, live bait and cut bait and shrimp. And the only difference is instead of a line-to-line knot, we use a little swivel. This is a little bigger than what we use because I want y'all to see it. But I use one that's probably about half of that size. It's a number 10 and it's 100-pound swivel. We're not going to break that off, you know, on all our inshore stuff. So we tie our main line to this and then we tie our leader line to that, but above this we have our weight. So this is our stopper for our weight all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this beautiful rig off that I made and retie it. If I don't hit the fan. Alright. So I'm just cutting this off so we can show you the rig again with it on the swivel setup. So this is a setup that I'm talking about we use especially if we're in a hurry. I can tie that line-to-line knot. So this is braided line. Let me get in a different position here.
Yeah.
So this is braided line, our main line on our rod and reel. This is 15 pound, but you see it's super small, super thin.
I wish I could go on a fishing trip with you, my man.
Quit wishing, get here.
Get here.
Figure it out.
Come on.
Bring gas and bait money, we're good. And then we put a swivel on, I'm sorry, a weight, but we put a leader on. So we have this weight on our main line. And then I tie a line-to-line knot with 20-pound monofilament. So I'm going to show you this knot again in a couple minutes, but this is braided line, this is 20-pound monofilament. The whole reason we want this 20-pound monofilament, it's like a shock absorber. You get a big fish, it takes a hard run, and you got a small rod, it takes a little bit of the shock, the rod takes a little bit of the shock, and the drag takes a little bit of the shock. So you got three things helping you out. So it's all a little bit of a shock absorber.
Oh, they're in South Africa, unfortunately. They said,
hey, never give up the dream, man. Just start putting in your head what you want to do and watch what happens.
Put it before you. You got it. If this is what you want, it'll happen.
All right, so what we're going to do different on this same bait setup is where our line to line is. I'm going to put a swivel right there. We're going to tie this with a polymer knot and this with a polymer knot, but with a twist. It's reversed at the end, and I'll show you why. So let me cut this line. Wow, I got to get some more snippers.
Where's your fishing
You know
snippers?
what? Who makes the best saltwater little fishing clippers that will cut braid, that will cut motto, that won't get salt killed? Somebody find me an awesome set of just little clippers that we can use for cutting line. We've gone through a few different kinds.
Yeah. A lot of things can't handle
and the reason I
salt
say
water.
that, you see how messed up the end of that is? It didn't, and these are like kind of industrial scissors. That's probably why. They're made for cutting cardboard and big hunks of rubber and plastic. And I hear our grandkids beating at the door. But they're not getting in this time. All right, so we're getting ready to make a live bait setup or a cut bait setup with a weight above our swivel. So we have our main line.
Scissors.
Them suckers are
Roberts,
expensive. I have
yeah.
them in a survival bag, and I have them.
I have some.
You've got an extra pair?
I do.
Cool.
Thank you. That's
any of my
smart.
old retired medics out of the Army? Yo.
Pesos.
All right. So anyway, we're getting ready to make a live bait or cut bait setup. This is our main line.
They just asked, would finger or toenail clippers work good?
They tend to not work as well on the braid because braid is actually like fiber, like clothes and stuff. It's not a plastic heated woven. This is all like, this is 8 strands of little wee tiny thread we wove together, and it, as you try to cut it, it tries to spread out, so you get frays and stuff. You have to have super good little clippers. Almost all of them have to have the little ridges that hold it in place. You know what we'll have to do if we'll go out and get a bunch of different clippers and we'll test them all.
Yep,
and we'll test them over a time period of how much they handle the salt water too.
Yeah, that's the thing, is handling the salt
That's
water.
the killer part. They start out great. All of them cut like a champ for 3 days.
Wire pliers.
Yeah, not on. I mean, they would have to be the little wee ones because they have to be super sharp for this braid. But we're gonna hold comments for a minute.
Hey, Sarah. Sarah and
Hey, Sarah.
Who we seen going out to.
Oh
Jenny's.
yeah, you're close. We're gonna have to get together.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
They go offshore or outshore or whatever.
live bait inshore setup for trout, small snook, mangrove snapper, drum, sheep's head. All right, main line, 15-pound braid. We're gonna put whatever size weight, but we're gonna put a barrel weight on there that can slip up and down. That way we can adjust it places.
Here you go. Salt Strong sells the small scissors that are amazingly good. Salt Strong. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot that. And we'll look that up.
That Salt Strong Nation got a lot of good stuff going on from what I see. I'm not. I don't know much about them, but I definitely watch a lot of videos, and they definitely know their stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah. Robert said any fish yesterday, and Sarah's on her way home from being
Man, we pounded them yesterday.
They did.
We had a little bit of a boys' trip. No offense to anybody out there, just happened that way. 2 of the guys hadn't got to fish in a while, and me, I didn't get to fish in like 8 hours, so I had to go too. But we started out and got on our favorite little trout spot. We had, I don't know, 2 or 3 trout in. 1 on the boat, 3 the other guys lost like 3 at the boat, and then we got into a couple schools of ladyfish, giant ladyfish, like 20 some inches long, 24 I think, 24 inches long, and then we floated over a really nice school of greenies. So I got the cast net out and I caught like 600 greenies 3 inches long in one cast.
Either. They got a video.
We left there 5 minutes later. We were pulled up into one of the little in between 2 of the islands, right near Stump Pass, and we threw a handful of greenies out, and like 20 mangroves came running out, and they were all good, all like legal size and better. And so we put a bait on and floated right in there with it. We did that for 2 hours in that spot. They smartened up. We went to another spot, did the same thing for probably another 2 hours, and caught groupers, snappers, ladyfish, trout. No, I caught a lizardfish. We caught them on live bait. Well, cut bait actually. We didn't use one live pinfish. Didn't produce so. Cut bait, greenies. We used jerk baits, long bomb rays, number 4s or 4 inch, and some Z-Man minnows on floating or zoom jig heads. And it was a pretty stellar day. We probably caught 40 fish, I'd say, at least.
Yeah, they
45.
did great.
It was a super day. Thank you for asking.
While me and the kiddos were under the bridge, caught a flounder, a cell cat, and a toadfish.
2 toadfish.
JB said he ordered about 3 of them a couple of years ago, and he's still using the first one.
What's that?
The Salt Strong sells.
Oh, the scissors?
Yep. So I screenshotted that. Thank you, JB, for that.
Everyone, hey, when you bring ideas to us, we definitely don't know everything. We're just trying everything.
Yeah, we're open.
All right, all I'm doing is putting this on with a polymer knot. Just like the 2 that I did earlier. The line goes through, the line comes back through, I keep control of it. Now I don't need a ton of space with this one because it's pretty small, but I need it big enough that I can work it with my fingers. So I make a slip knot with the whole loop. Slide that slip knot down. Now this is braided line. You don't have to wet it. It's not going to change its effect. I put the loop over top of it or put the thing through. Tighten my tag end only by pulling my bait away from me. And you got this nice little knot. Now the tighter I pull this, the easier the scissors will work. Alright, so we got that tied on. Super small little knot, but super strong. The knot will work as heavy as that line will work. It's the line that will break every time. It's not your knot. Alright, so then this is what we have so far. We got our braided line from our rod and reel, and now we got a swivel on here. I'm trying to show you the swivel there. That's what we got so far. Now we're going to hook our main line onto that. Now I already have a hook on this one, so this is a cheat. I'm going to cut this off because I want you to see why we're going to use a different knot. Well, a polymer knot, but we're going to do it differently.
Right. So Zand from South Africa said, "My man, I want to ask something. I really need a reel."
Yes.
Need the reel. That's his question.
That's not a question. That's a statement. If you got a question, I'm all ears. I'm listening.
So are you asking us to give...
Do we have a reel? Have a reel. There's a ton of different kinds of reel. What can you fish for? What can you get to? How big a reel do you need? You need saltwater or freshwater? There's a few things you need to ask yourself before you let us know what's going on. We're willing to help anybody. Believe that. But I don't want to send you an ultralight freshwater reel and you're fishing for tuna in the saltwater because that's what you can get to.
Yeah, so if you...
But keep it coming.
Yeah, just think about all those things and we'll go from there. I need a saltwater reel. Oh, okay. So you're at the...
saltwater somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's saltwater ocean or river or whatnot. Now, are you fishing ocean? Do you need like heavy duty reel, light, medium?
Like I don't go deep sea fishing.
So
you're like
inshore or river. All right. While they're going back and forth. All right. So we're gonna do a polymer knot. Watch. I'm gonna start it the same. My line's going through the eye of the swivel, and I come back through. Whoops! I didn't come back through. You big dummy! It swiveled on me. All right. So the line goes through once, and I come right back the other way, and I keep this in these fingers. Holy cow! I missed it twice. It swiveled on me twice. I ain't got control of this one, guys. Maybe I don't need a beer.
Have y'all tried the gotcha lures?
Oh, I don't. If I did, I haven't done them a lot, but I think I got some in my box. Okay, so that's what we got. I'm just controlling it on this side. This is my tag right here. So I'm making a slip knot. That's all. An overhand knot, slip knot. See, it's coming down, and you don't over tighten it. Now, normally you would want to put this through this loop, but we can't do that because this is already tied to our main line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my line, because I can pull all my line through there. I reverse what's going on right there. Now I wet it. So I did a polymer knot where you can't do a polymer knot. I reversed what went through the loop. So now, this is our setup till we get a hook. We have our main line, then our weight, then our swivel, then our leader. Now, I have probably 2.5 feet, and I'm just going to use a bigger hook so y'all can see it. And now I'm just doing another polymer knot right here. Line through one time. Line goes back through the eye. Now you just have a loop going through. Make sure you have enough room to make a knot. Overhand knot. I'm not going to do it the way I normally do. I'm going to do it how everybody else would probably do. I can't do it any other way. So I'm making an overhand knot. That's all. Pull your line through. And that's what I want you to see. That's all this is. An overhand knot with a loop. Tighten it down to where you just don't see any openings in there. And now your hook is going to go through this line. Bring your hook through your line, your loop. Control that. Oh, this is a really sharp circle hook. And now all you're going to do is wet the line and pull your tag in. That's the tag. That piece sticking up by itself. Sorry guys, this circle hook's really getting me. So I put a little moisture on there so it doesn't burn, doesn't cause as much friction. And I'm just, again, just pulling my tag. And if you notice, I'm always pulling my bait or what I'm hooking up away. Well, it just makes it easier to keep all this in line.
All right, so
good.
Just a normal reel is what he said. And okay, and then good for many species, jack, trout, and redfish. And then Dan said, isn't that weight going to rub on that knot?
Now, it can rub on the knot. One thing super awesome, this is braided line on this end, and I don't know if it'll focus, but it actually is big enough that it never touches the knot. Look at that. You don't see any line, do you? Isn't that crazy? Now, bigger line you get, it can do that. And what we'll do is put a soft plastic bead right here or a bobber stopper, and it'll keep that from banging into that. Now, this is our inshore setup. For offshore, we can't do this. We have to put a bead or a bobber stopper in there to keep that from banging into it all the time. Very good question. Very smart. And like I said, this is all just our inshore, our lighter stuff. When you start working with heavier lines, all this changes a little bit. You can still use the same knots, but you can't necessarily use them with the same hooks. You can't use them with the same eyes, and you don't want to use them with the same rods and reels. You want to match all your stuff together. We have just to show you what this setup is that we're talking about, and this is a light setup for us, but I have a pen battle. This is 35 or 40. I think this is 35. Yeah, this is a 3000 pen battle, and I have a Daiwa Laguna 7.6 medium. Yeah, medium, and it's only like 1/8, but it's 1/8 to 3/4 ounce, and the line weight is 6 to 15. I have 15-pound mono on here. Now, I've already had 10, 15-pound snook on here. I didn't land them, but that's because the hook came out. But this rod and reel setup was actually handling them pretty well. It's very flexible on the front end. It's great for bait. It's not great for lures because it has too much whip in the front because it's a medium. But match all your stuff together for what you're trying to get to. If we strictly go after, trophy snook, this gear will not come out. We'll have gear that's twice as heavy because we're going for a fish that's twice as powerful and twice as heavy. All right.
All right, real quick, couple questions.
Yes.
Isn't that way going? Okay, it really doesn't. Did you make Master Sergeant?
I did not. I was picked up for it, and I declined. I would have been a first sergeant in my field, but I declined for a few years, personal reasons. But it all worked out. I'm totally happy with where I was and totally happy with where I am. And, your path is your path.
Very good question.
It all makes you. Thank you.
I did say questions and answers.
Yeah, let's do it.
I always use polymer, never broken at knot.
Isn't that crazy? It's
neat.
Okay, so I got to give a shout out to Clyde Johnston. He was my father, and he really helped me get into the outdoors. One place I was not stifled was the outdoors, and he taught me a polymer knot because he believed in it. And I used that thing from everything from little wee trout lures, which is hard to do because it's so small, to I've used it in the ocean on the biggest fish I've caught, and it still works. It's a little troublesome. The bigger lures or the bigger, imagine throwing a 9-inch hard bait for muskies. Well, you got to tie an 18-inch loop to get around that thing. So, but there are ways around it. After you learn the polymer knot and the ins and outs of it, you can learn to get back some of your line without hurting it. But it is a super strong knot, and I believe the whole reason is because if you see when that knot comes out, wherever it is perfectly straight. It comes out and it will be perfectly straight, which means there's no pressure on the knot crimping on itself. The line goes through and the line is held onto the eye, and you're getting no line-to-line pressure. And that's what I think makes it a really strong knot. Oh, look, the kiddos are trying to go live. Let's get a little closer and see what's really happening. See if they want interviewed. Have them show you a polymer.
Watch them run. Watch them run. What is this?
That's
Hi.
our fan club. They snuck in.
Hi.
Oh, they left you, man. Dude. He's our only true fan. Yeah.
Yay.
You want an autograph? We'll get you one. Okay. Oh.
Let me in. Let me in. Oh my gosh, there you have it. That was funny. I seen him over there banging on the window, the door.
Crazy little monster. He is awesome.
He said, I said, run, Lily.
Dun, 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 dun. Run.
That was so cute. Oh, the bead idea was nice for sure. All right. I don't want to sound hasty, but will you be able to hook me up with a reel? I desperately want to go fishing.
Well, is that Singer?
Yep, Xander, let's see. Let's message each other, okay? We will need an address or how to get that to you if we hook one up. And it's just a reel that you need, is that right?
Just so everybody out there knows, we are just like what you saw right here. We are just a retired family, retired American living family. So we have a fixed income, and that's probably the only reason we can do what we're doing. We don't really want for a lot, but we have no rich lifestyle, that's for sure. Everything that we do, we're paying for on our fixed income. Now, what's cool is we meet great people, and we share with each other a lot. There's people that have taken us out on their boat, and we walk their dogs for them. You know, it's that's what's been really cool. So we don't have sponsors. We don't get any real breaks. Some of the local tackle shops, just because we're local and we are on TikTok, and we will mention them. Believe me, Finn's Bait and Tackle, Captain Ted's with those guys, Jeff up there. They've all been great in helping us. But more than anything, they're just teaching us stuff. We have no sponsors whatsoever. I know we always talk about Bush Light, but you know why? Because it's cheap and effective. We're just regular people, but we're just trying to live our best dang life. And Lisa came up with the bright idea to help other people live their best life. Not everybody can get out and do what we're doing, so they want to watch. Other people want to learn because, me, I watch a bunch of people out there.
Yeah,
I sneak in videos and do this and
we watch
check
a lot
out
of YouTube fishermen.
YouTube, TikTok. I'm not on a lot of this stuff, but those two and anyone that sends me a video from something else, I'm all about it because I want to check the stuff out. I haven't lived all my life, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, but trust me, we definitely have the hearts to help. If somebody is, we are very fortunate. We have to say, even though we're on fixed incomes, we live. As a matter of fact, the other day I was offered a job. We went into the bank and I was offered a job at the bank, just off of
We just started.
I think my personality.
We just started a new account. And that was it. And
yeah, and I was offered a job, and I was like, no way. I would rather be doing what I'm doing poor.
Yeah, right.
I would so much rather just be poor and living this life and doing every day where I could just get up and go, what do you want to do today?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go fishing, duh.
Yeah, right. Let's go to the beach. Let's go shark.
So, yeah.
Find shark teeth. Let's go scuba snorkeling.
Trust me when I say that we have such an abundance of life and things. For instance, a reel. A reel's not going to be hard for us to go out in the garage and help somebody that actually does. I can find a
reel, but I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question, because I mean, I have some old reels. I have some that I just never used. I don't have a ton, probably only 3 now. But I mean, even us, I just sent 2 reels to Finn's or Fines to get fixed because they were old reels that I have, but I like them. So I'm like, hey, can you bring this back to life?
What about the one that we just?
We did.
We reeled in.
That actually might work really well.
So Xander, we reeled in a whole fishing pole with a reel the other day. So we could probably. I think we.
Because you're talking. Oh, did I shut that off?
No,
that doesn't do
that.
No.
Okay. I think we sent it to.
No, it's out here, but I was going to.
We might have to get it clean though.
So we were fishing the other day, and Lisa caught something. She's like, oh, it doesn't feel like a fish. She brings it up, and it's a rod. Well, it had a reel on it. It still had a line on it, actually. And the thing worked. And it's an old pen made in Philadelphia, 420 SS. So it's small, but it's perfect for inshore fishing. It's a little monster, but it definitely is going to need rebuilt. This could be a whole 3-part video.
Yeah.
Talk about
Dan, we might just be able to come up with a reel that we just
Roger.
The universe just gave to us.
Hey,
how about that?
Roger, Fine Bait and Tackle in North Park. We're going to see if you want to do a project with us.
Yeah, pro bono? A pro bono thing?
I'll pay for this one. I'll pay for this
okay, we'll pay for it.
It depends. He's like, that's a vintage rod. We're going to need extra parts.
He said it is my lucky day.
Yes, every day. Every one of them.
Awesome.
But we'll see if we can get that fixed up and then, I don't know, figure out how to ship it.
Hold on. We missed a lot of comments.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I love my fugly stick. Yes.
Fugly stick.
I don't want to. Okay.
I actually got about 5 of them in different categories of rods. I believe in them. They work, and they're not expensive.
Shane Richards. Let's see. Hello, friends. Can't wait to come to Florida, but we can't bring our fishing gear to Florida. Oh, yeah. A lot of people have that problem if they're flying or something.
And actually, there are some places like the pier where you can go rent a rod for the day.
Oh yeah, you can rent rods at the pier.
There's some tackle shops.
But hey, hold on, and Zan said I don't normally ask, but I actually love you guys' videos and keep up. That's why I thought you would probably help. But listen,
hey, we're always willing to try to help.
Yes, any rental shops down there for fishing gear. Yes,
there's a few.
And then JB says exactly how I live. Awesome.
Right on.
And then Robert said to Shane, Walmart has decent reel rod combos for $20. Good for pier and inshore.
There are some. If you're not gonna be out there every day doing it, get yourself start out with one of the cheaper sets. 90% of us do. When I started riding a motorcycle, I didn't go buy a Harley.
We're talking about the one that's coming down to vacation in Florida. We're not talking about
okay. Well, this was kind of general. If you're going somewhere and you're like, oh my God, we're right by the water, let's go fishing. There's nothing that hurts going to buy a $25, $30 rod and reel. Yeah. Now, the only thing is, normally those are freshwater, and you're going to have to be more careful with them. Don't let them get salt water on them or in them.
Yeah.
Try to keep them out of the water. If you know there's saltwater spray, like you're at a jetty, try to stay away from the waves and stuff. If you do get them saltwater wet, take them home, rinse them down, dry them off. And try not to spray into the reel. Let it fall from above gently so it just washes the salt water and you don't get the crystals. Sorry, we saw it. Oh,
yep.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I didn't know all this stuff till, I had a saltwater... I had a rod and reel, freshwater rod and reel. I used it in the saltwater and took it home. Didn't use it for 2 months because it was, just a different one. And went back a month later and tried to use it. and it wouldn't even move. Like the salt crystals just eat them up.
Yeah. So yeah, Zan, let's message each other back and forth, and we'll get some more information and what will work for you. Okay. Thank you. We appreciate you so much for being an awesome follower and enjoying our videos. But yeah, Robert, rinse daily. Now that's something that I don't
do that every day. Just because if you keep adding water, it's gonna get to certain spots. So if I don't get them wet, I don't mess with them. Now, in saying that, that's 90% now that we have much higher quality reels. They're more sealed. So yes, we'll rinse the outside off, but we're not. I mean, it's really just taking whatever towel we have there, dragging them off. It's not. We don't rinse them, but when we know they get into salt water. From everyone I talk to, they say that seems to be a better way. Because the more you keep putting water in there, and there was salt water in there, the more chance there is of that seeping into parts that aren't sealed. And that's the whole problem. It looks like, oh, hey, everything should work there. Water can get through the entire system of those reels if they're not sealed. And most of them aren't sealed.
Yeah. It's generally speaking, but yeah, true. If you feel like you got salt water in them,
if you know, or if you suspect you got them wet with salt water, definitely flush them and dry them off and let them sit out to dry. Put them in front of a fan. Get all that water out of them.
Anything else? Were you going to show anything else?
I don't think so. I think we went over anything. Is there
Anybody
other questions about
wanted?
lines or bait fishing inshore?
Exact reason I use silicone grease.
Right, that's another thing that helps you if you've got the right stuff in there. A lot of these places only put oil in there, and if you use like he's saying, like a silicone grease will not absorb any of the water, and you can take all that out of there and clean it, and it's back to new again. The other thing, if you're beach fishing, if you're around any of these situations, except offshore fishing, where the rods are in the boat and they're out on a deep ocean, all this inshore stuff, you're going to get sand too. Do not set your reels down in the sand. Mm-hmm. Try not to let them in the sand. Try not to put them in a sandy towel, because one grain of sand gets in the inside of those and it can cause a bad day.
Yeah, I messed up the other day when we went kayak fishing. The mosquitoes were lighting us up.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that.
They were tearing us up, and
we got killed.
I set the rods against the truck, and they ended up falling over, and sand got inside of some of the reels, and it was.
So we got to clean those up.
But
we have, I can clean just about everything we have. I can take it apart, put it back together. My Shimano's I won't mess with. I will send them to our guys. And I have one other reel that I definitely send out. I have messed with them enough. It's worth it to me to send them to them, because they're like that. They know what's going on. They know where all the parts are, and they probably have a backup part ready for me in case they lose a spring or a bearing goes bad or something like that. But the regular, all the other stuff, I can work on my pens. I can work on my flugers. Even some of my Shimano's, my older Shimano's, I can work on them. But
yeah,
we save where we can, and then we try to take care of our stuff, and we do that by reading TikTok, listening to TikTok, reading
watching
comments, listening to you guys.
Go to YouTube University.
Yeah.
But TikTok is blowing them away. So you guys are great.
Do you wins with
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Robert said, you guys are great. Going to look y'all up when the wife and I come down.
And
actually message us when you guys are down here.
Send us a DM, PM, awesome. Whatever they're called now.
Anthony said, do you rinse it with pressure or no pressure?
No pressure. You want it very gentle. You kind of want it running down. And I've even started, if I'm going to rinse my reel, I do my rods too, because sometimes where the metals touch different things, they can start to rust. And if you rinse them every once in a while, it'll help too.
Yeah.
No pressure though, and definitely do not. So the way the rod and reel is made, this is the top. Okay, this would be your top, and under here there are a lot of open parts that you can get to. So if you spray water upwards, you can get it in there much easier. But if you spray down over, another thing, where your reel is, this reel moves, or this bail moves around on here, so it makes it higher or lower on here. But I try to get it where it's lined up, and I hold it straight up. I can't do that because of the room I'm in, but I try to get it straight up and down, and the water to come straight down on it with no pressure. Very little pressure.
And Anthony said that's how I do it. Perfect.
Yeah,
and I use open face though.
You know, we still well, open face is different too. There's a lot of people who do things a lot differently, and I'm not saying they're better or worse, any of them. This is just what works for us, and it seems to be, you know, the things that we're trying to show you, we get away with. It works. We don't get a lot of break-offs. We don't mess up a lot of rods and reels anymore.
Yeah.
Believe me.
We had to learn, that's for sure.
We lost at least 5 reels. At least 5 reels. And some pretty nice ones. But they were freshwater reels. They were not made for this stuff. And they got tore up by just a little ounce of neglect.
Yeah, because we moved down to Florida from Kentucky. What's up,
Lambert?
What's up, Lambert? Yeah, so we were freshwater fishing, bass fishing. So we had to learn a lot coming to salt water.
I have been to Florida before and fished saltwater, and I lived in Hinesville, Georgia for almost 7 years, and we fished a little bit offshore. I fished brackish water, and the Savannah River is salt water till you get up into it so far. So I did learn a little bit there, but it wasn't nearly the experience of inshore fishing here, like every other day. That once you can get to doing it every other day, you learn so much faster because you're just repeating the process or trying a new thing every day. But what the wind, weather, and water gives you is going to be the same result every time when it comes to you're taking care of your stuff or you're not.
Yeah.
It'll beat you. The sun, the wind, and the water.
Yeah, Anthony says I've been fishing saltwater since I was a kid. Salt is my favorite.
Nice.
I'd have to say salt is my favorite, coming from both. Salt, the species that come out of the salt water just blows my mind, and it's so much fun. Yeah. So much better. Now, I do really enjoy going up to Pennsylvania for the trout season, though.
And the smallmouth.
But guess what?
We
get to see trout here, the speckled sea trout.
I can't even say I have a favorite anymore. I used to be, we got to have one of them big man fish, like a Goliath grouper or.
We like the ones you can eat that taste good.
Even just, I fish for snook some days just because I can fish for snook. I can't keep them, but they're fun fish. I used to bass fish most of my life. And a lot of that was fun fishing. I did tournaments and stuff, but everybody kind of frowned upon you keeping bass. Not that stopped me. I ate bass when I wanted to eat bass. I didn't care if I was a tournament fisherman or not. I couldn't keep them during tournaments, but during the week I could keep fish. So I've definitely grown away from that. Hey, they're not sport fish to me. They're all fish. I love them all, and it doesn't matter if it's a 6-inch brook trout in the mountains of Pennsylvania or a 400-pound Goliath grouper. Probably shy away from the grouper now. It's a little harder on my body.
They're not easy. I fish for sharks and alligator gar live, but I'm banned until July 3rd. Aw.
Hey, come hang out with us. We're not banned.
Oh, yeah, come on our live. And Enoch walked with God instead and took him, and God took him. And we know that story in the Bible.
7.
But we are talking about fishing right now, and we were actually doing some polymer knots and
line to line,
but
swivel setups.
And question and answers if anybody has any, if they want to discuss anything. I'm always on y'all's lives when I see them. Awesome, thank you, Anthony. But yeah, no, if you're banned, I'm not sure what that's all about. What'd you get banned for?
You're banned from live.
Yeah, we almost got banned because of somebody that just wanted to be immature
Yeah.
We didn't do anything wrong for sure. They just were coming in. And
anybody can say anything.
It was the trolls and ones that just don't care. They're not really your followers.
Don't want to be part of peace, love, or light.
Yeah.
Because it's really all we're trying to promote here. Be happy, have fun, help people when you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
if you can't have this type of life, at least you can see it. And guess what? When you put it before you and you vision it, it becomes true for you.
You would
hey,
be
what's
amazed.
up, Indy? Yeah. Hello. I was banned for cigarettes.
Were you smoking in a video? Are you a bad boy?
Don't be putting your Bush Latte on. I wonder what the heck that's all about. Why cigarettes?
They can. I mean, they can say or do anything if they don't understand what's going on. Oh well, I mean, even if they understand it and they don't care for it, they can just say, "Oh, I saw whatever in there," and you report it, and it says that, hey, there was cigarettes, and that's it. That's banned in there.
Wow.
It could have been someone in the background, or it could have been a prop in the background. I mean, and that's the thing. Everybody wants to rule everything,
So
Indy, can't get in here and have fun.
Indy says, "How are you? Tell me a little bit about you guys, as I am new."
Oh, well, all
oh
right,
my goodness, you really want to know about? Hold on, let me take my glasses off. Hold on, let me read.
Have I told you I've been hit by lightning 7 times?
It's lies.
It's a lie.
JB, I sent you guys a message with nothing but a bit of awareness. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate that.
We're all about awareness.
Oh yeah, we appreciate that.
Oh well,
we put it on both of us.
We are a soul tribe. We're just probably the ringleaders of the soul tribe.
Yeah.
Lisa and I got together about 4 years ago. Give or take 4 years.
You would think it was our whole life, because I feel like we've been together our whole life.
I was just about to retire out of the Army, and Lisa was dog training and doing some things on her own, and we really weren't looking for any kind of relationship. Both just literally just ended relationships.
Yeah, we actually became very independent, learned self-love.
Yeah, that's probably missing that one.
Yeah, we were both loving ourselves and enjoying our life, and that is when I believe that's when things start happening for you.
Let it go.
You let it go.
Figure it out in your head, let it go, and it'll come.
I was, of course, dog training. I was a dog trainer. I'm more of the balanced dog training. I teach humans energy. I teach. I went into homes. I was kind of like the Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, but I had my own techniques. My main goal was to help the humans see where, they weren't seeing the language of the dog. So basically that's where I was, and he was in the military.
Oh, by the way, she forgot she had 3 kids too, taking care of them. And
yeah.
a
3
block
beautiful
full
daughters.
of neighbor kids that she was taking care of.
Yeah.
And so it was very different for all of us, because I was still in uniform every day, and these were at the time Lily was 16, 18, and no,
16,
so 15.
17, and 18.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay.
That's how old my girls were at the time.
We started talking, and that was pretty much the end of us talking. It was just a relationship from there on out that's just been beautiful. We started with, hey, we're going to tell absolutely 100% all the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
And get it all out right now, so we don't have to come back to this later and think I was lied to, or you didn't tell me, or any of that. So we just puked up our guts for about 2 weeks, telling each other every bad story that ever happened in our lives.
Yes.
And at the end of it, we were still
want to be with me.
Still want
to hang out with me. And that was the main thing, is I just said, hey, you want to share my awesome life with me? I mean, that's it. Come along or you don't, because I'm going to do it.
I bought 19 and a half acres just days before we met, and a house out there in Kentucky, and it probably took 2, maybe 3 months for her to
Get in your head.
100% trust and feel good that the girls were okay and that we were okay, and we moved in together, and we had a great time there. We loved our property. Had a shout out to Adam and his wife back home, and Mr. Kane that now has the property. It was a beautiful place, but we ended up moving to Florida. When we did, we brought our 19-year-old daughter, Lily, the youngest, and then Savannah and Noah were about to have their second grandbaby, so we said, you might as well just stay with us. We can all help
each other. Yep. I love where this is going.
We did have all of them together at one time, but Vita went back to Kentucky. She's handling some business up there, taking care of herself and her friends up there, and maybe she'll be back one day. That'd be cool.
Yeah, look, been there too. How crazy we are. LOL. JB. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yep.
A simple question, huge story. Listen, you haven't even...
we got hours here, bro.
We got hours of it. Love watching y'all fish. Absolutely.
When we say we go on adventures, I mean,
my gosh.
If you've been along for the bird video, not Lisa's bird video.
Oh.
The day before that, when I had a bird video,
yeah,
and Lisa was stuck in the rocks with her fish, and the young men came to help us out from...
we can't say, yeah.
But we were having a just lovely, calm, boring day fishing.
I need an ice cream. I'm going for a swim. See ya, Anthony.
And all of a sudden, we've got her with a fish hooked in the rocks right at the shore, and I'm trying to get it, and then I put my rod down, and the bird gets my bait, and then it gets hooked in my hook, and I'm trying to forget her fish in the rocks. I'm saving the bird, and all of a sudden, it's crazy out there. But that's how our lives are.
Oh, Kevin Speck, thank you. Appreciate that.
I used to know from Specs from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, JB said I moved from Cape Canaveral. How do you say that?
Canaveral.
To Texas to be closer to grandkids.
Yes. I hear you. Hey, I just
thank you,
kind
Kevin.
of by-coast that one. Texas and Florida, I think you got it all covered.
I'm someone who lives sports, so I do soccer, dance, cheer, and touch. I'm also a long distance runner. Nice.
Holy
Very
cow.
cool, Indy. That is a lot going on.
Indy must be young. She's still just
Are you
tearing it all
young?
up.
Yeah, young and got all kinds of energy, don't you?
Oh, thanks for all the roses.
Thanks, Kevin.
Not sure what they mean all the time, but it's love. I get it.
We're that boy at I need to talk to him. LOL. I like that kids that oh, that's what you're talking about.
He's not our kid. I think he's trying to be, but we keep sending him home, and they keep bringing him back. Yeah, he's
And Sarah's tired from being on the water. Listen, we would love to have been in your spot because you get to go offshore.
Hey, we were. Listen, the whole reason we were here today is because we were tired. We fished hard the last couple of days, or adventured hard anyway. Snorkeling, sandbar, fishing. We had Braxton's dad out yesterday. You know what? What's his handle? Red 8 Actual.
Red 8 Actual.
All right, our buddy John out there, just real good people. Him and his family. They moved down here.
Kevin, thank you.
So shout out to John. You can check out his TikTok at Red 8 Actual. So Red 8 Actual.
That's Braxton's dad.
He's a little more of a philosopher than I am. Great dude, and he's helping us with getting learning to drone, which we're going to start some drone videos soon. Unfortunately, we're not going to be live for quite a while with the drones, but
you still got to learn it.
Yeah, we've got a lot to learn, and
I'm going to do a shout out for Kevin Speck 985. Thank you. You are super sweet for all those gifts. We appreciate that.
Yes. Now we don't know what all of them mean yet, but they're gifts, and listen. The gift of love is all we're looking for. And
and JB, you guys need to visit Patrick AFB.
Yes.
Fishing and Shelling is awesome.
I
was up there for a little bit, but I didn't get to.
We didn't get to stay there.
No, we didn't.
So listen, there's a lot of places like it, especially military bases, because we can get on the bases, and the only problem is we used to camp on those bases or stay on those bases, and now they're not open to staying on base. Now, a veteran can go on, we can shop, we can do whatever, but we can't stay on the bases right now with the campsites. They've still got, most of them are still closed.
Well, the Sigsbee in Key West, we love that place.
So
hold on, I gotta see. I'm missing some.
Trying to catch up to the other comments.
The video of her with the bird roll.
Right?
Yes,
hey, this woman kicks, you know what? She is an alpha woman. She stays calm under pressure.
It's energy.
And it's
I guess I should get in.
Yeah, about time. Make me break my neck.
I'm trying to read.
Lord.
I'm trying to read the. Oh, so Anthony, you adopted Braxton, didn't you?
Oh, there you go. Hey, he needs it because I ain't got enough money to adopt him and keep him in.
And Kevin went fishing this morning.
Right on.
That's the whole point of us doing these videos, you guys, is to encourage everyone to do something that they love. And if fishing makes you happy, because it is a meditation. It's real meditation, especially to us.
And see, John, Braxton's dad's pretty good at this. We were fishing and he was watching somebody fishing. That's pretty good.
Yes, that's awesome. Yes. Are you Australian? Well, no. I'm going to Kings Cliff. That's just
born from Pennsylvania and born in Tennessee.
Yeah, we're
both military,
country.
so we've been in and out. We are country people.
Yeah.
But we're chameleons. We can mix around in the city if we got to.
That's just sports. And get man ribbons for that. Generally come first in somewhat a short distance. From
nice.
Ribbons for that.
There you go.
Very cool.
She's an athlete. That's
yes,
for sure.
you are, Indy. Awesome. Oh my
you just
God.
on the water since 4:30, girl. You need to take a shower and relax.
Yeah, I retired and stayed living there for a few years. Oh,
all right, cool.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've definitely wanted to get there, but I mean, we seem like we're just adventure and we can leave anytime. But
yeah.
we take care of the grandbabies.
Yeah.
We give the parents a break so they can get out. Lily's got to do her own thing. We got to teach people how to drive cars and, you know.
I enjoyed watching y'all fish Saturday morning. I was so jealous.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Stoney.
Yeah. Thanks for watching and being in on live with us. Another places, if you have an RV, is Jupiter.
Yes. Well, there's so many places.
Alabama in the house.
What up, Alabama?
I lived in Gulf Shores for a little bit before I met Jay.
I lived there when I was a baby before Clyde adopted me.
That's
Before
right,
her mom.
you
Yeah,
did.
I was in Alabama for a little bit.
And send that boy to Texas. I got an extra room and I love ice cream too.
We're gonna have to talk to his parents.
It looks like we might have a Team Lily and Team
Braxton. We might have to start something here.
Yeah, start a USMC here. Yes.
Hey,
what's up?
Donald Stone, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Well, for you, it's I'm a hoa guy.
Thank you, Andy. Thanks for asking the question. We always love to talk about our life. We got so much to talk about. It's awesome.
We just jabber around.
We will go on forever, though. Oh my God, we will bore people to death.
There was this one time at band camp.
Yeah,
I couldn't find my flute, and I'm still looking for it.
Yes. I found
Somebody
it.
will get that.
I found
Somebody will get that. She found it. Someone will get that and be really laughing.
I'm going to go, beautiful talking.
Hey, thank you for coming in, Indy. That was
Peace,
cool.
love, and light
everybody.
To you. And best of luck with your sports, beautiful.
You know, I have one of these usernames, like a lot of these do, and the only thing that sucks about it is we can't say, hey.
Can't say a name. I know.
TY or hey D.
Like,
or
this is J. Capital J.
Capital J.
And
Just
I'm
the J.
Lisa.
So listen, we're not looking at you guys, users and names with a lot of numbers and stuff. We just don't know what to call you because we say user and then it's 47 numbers and we're back. Yeah. North Kakalaki, what's up?
Is that North Carolina?
Yep.
See,
North Carolina, raise up.
We're about to get. You want a beer?
Yes. Did you just ask me?
I need a drink. I'm thirsty.
Oh, this is gonna turn into a whole different live now. She doesn't drink much. One beer.
It's warm back here.
It is hot.
We're in the Florida room, so it gets a little warm.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Users, Crazy Dig, Ulsterman. We got you still. Zen, Debraham. Love the. Thank you. That's what we're looking for.
What does it say?
No drama, just vibe. She said, love the vibe.
Yes, thank you.
Crushing hearts. Thank you, user. Gemalacalo, Axcalero, Alexandro. I'm trying to read the new ones coming in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get 'em
Oh,
going,
you don't
get
have
'em
your
going.
glasses on. She can't see nothing right
I'm like,
now.
what are you saying?
User 15, Florida dude. Raise up. Isabella joined.
What's up? So we started out doing polymer knots, trying to teach if anybody wants to learn anything that, because look, here's our gear.
Lines and
This was
hooks
the whole point.
Don't show them the bush latte.
And then they started asking us about
Us.
It started
No.
and look at us, our energy just started getting like crazy.
Well, I'm so cool. I mean, I love talking about me. Oh, hold on.
You look funny with the glasses, though.
Thank you. I know. I look a little bit more like an old man, like a professional. Gotta go, but we'll be looking for it. Thank you.
Thank you,
JBSAG. User 94 7999 6021. Bobby Kirkpatrick. User 33.
Take care, you guys.
Novex. Noxv. Fix
Oh,
Tricks.
God.
Fix Tricks. I got that one with just hyphens.
So,
Or abbreviations.
well, that's not North Carolina.
What? That's no Kakalaki.
Kakalaki.
That's North Carolina. What do you... I'm sorry, she does not know about the Kakalaki, North or South.
Apparently not.
She's from Kentucky, really.
Oh, look,
So-
Sarah's got to go clean the boat. We know that too well.
Okay, so here's something I want to talk about. Everybody, including
What's up, Louisiana?
the people that go out with you, and including friends, family, loved ones, everybody thinks that this is all peaches and cream.
Yeah.
That we just go out and catch fish and come back. Like, well, okay, go fishing anyway. And come back. And then we don't do it again. And we're going to have to give you a whole day rundown sometime of either staying up. Me, now, I'm kind of a night owl. I stay up a lot of times. But most of the times I don't want to do anything that late. But I'll be getting fishing rods together and rigs and taking stuff out to get ready for the boat, making sure our gear's ready. And then we go out, and then we get up at crack of dawn and go do our thing, or whenever we get up.
Yeah.
And maybe we have to go get bait. A lot of times y'all don't see the struggles of my poor shoulder throwing the cast net.
Oh, boy. That's why he has a chiropractor and a massage therapist
Right
a
on.
couple times a week.
You don't see when we come back. Hey, hold on, Anthony, hold that. We're definitely going to come back to that in a second. And I saw something about Teach Captain.
Yeah, we got
You
more.
know, the days that, oh man, the batteries are dead in the boat. We got to jump through hoops to get that.
Dan's waiting on us to have a beer.
Well, go get us a beer. I'm talking. Why are you even over here?
What did you guys do?
But there's a
today?
lot of
Oh,
other
God.
things that go into this, and it's cool sometimes just to see. Hey, you know, when I watch the Bassmasters, I don't want to see them getting ready for 14 hours.
Yeah, no.
But you need to stop and think sometimes what it takes. You know, when Dad takes you out fishing all day every weekend for a year straight, you have no idea how much work Dad's doing, going and getting lures, getting the stuff ready. Or Mom, I'm sorry, hey, I didn't mean that to go one way. I was just thinking of my childhood. Mom didn't fish a lot. But there's usually a lot of other work that goes into this stuff. And to me, it's cool. Oh, did you hear that? It sounds like our sponsor just jumped in.
I wish.
But yeah, we don't show a ton of that stuff. But I think as we learn more and hear more from you guys, we'll probably integrate more of that too. Cheers.
Hold on, have a great. Hold on. Let me see. What did we miss? What did we got? We didn't do nothing today, Sarah. Not a dang thing.
That's a lie. We looked up trademarks. We looked up how to trademark names and phrases and like symbols. I started doing that.
We did an aerial with the drone. We were practicing the drone today.
A little bit of drone flight with Lily, and man, they got this thing. What you call it? Circle.
I don't know, but it was an aerial.
Globe. You plug it in. The drone takes a picture of where you're at. It jumps up to like 250 feet, and it turns its eye into a globe, and then it circles that
like the
area,
Earth.
and then it zooms in and comes back to you. The whole thing being videoed. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Hold on.
In the middle of North Kakalaki. All right.
Stoney said my cousin was a professional bass fisherman.
Yeah?
Woohoo! I was too. Ooh. Yeah,
Different kind of professional bass fisherman.
I did catch a 5-pounder though.
I do know, have known some professional bass fishermen, and
cheers.
It's a really neat.
Cheers, Dan.
It's a really neat profession.
That's why
it's not just fishing, that's for sure though. It's cool. I love it.
Ricardo said that's why I prefer to go alone, Jay.
I drink alone.
I show everyone what it takes to go out. They get tired from watching, especially Norman.
See, I like the inner comment banner too.
Yes, I love it.
As long as nobody gets butthurt.
Hold on, Norman is not in here. Rob, you still in here?
Well, maybe Norman has a life and is doing something on his own. Maybe he's tying polymer knots right now.
How dare him? Jason Quinn. What's that? Oh, is that the name? Is that your cousin's name?
No.
The professional
Quinn.
bass fisherman.
Quinn.
That sounds familiar.
I think it is. We kind of got out of it
since
a while
salt
back.
Water.
Well, not even that. The year before, I just
sitting on a couch.
Changed up. I was doing more stuff.
Norman sitting on a couch.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I did a lot of couching today. Wanted to go live, but the weather. Yeah.
Was getting
that's
bad.
the same, Sarah?
Sarah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got to do it. It's tough to go live if you're offshore. A lot of times you don't get good service out there. This is for Sarah and anyone listening.
What does your hat stand for? See, a lot of people have asked that.
Okay, so there's what it stands for. If you look at this part, it says Z-Man. So Z-Man is the lure company. And they make the specialized soft plastic baits that really stretch and don't rip too easy. And there's a couple other companies out there, and I can't wait to try them out. They have this proprietary rubber. Most soft plastics, I wish I had one with me, you can take and pull it, and it'll pull apart. So you'll go through several of them in a day, especially if you're getting fish. These ones don't rip as much. This is just a hat that happened to fit, not so much like a trucker, but I have a small head. Everything looks really tall, but this one looked pretty good, and it was mesh in the back, and it wasn't a bad price, so I bought it. Wasn't sponsoring them, and they're not sponsoring us, but
yeah, he was trying to push it up a little bit. He's not being sponsored by him or anything.
I do use some Z-Man products. There's a couple things that I absolutely love, but I could probably go through every bait company and find one lure that I smash with, or I particularly do well with in certain situations.
So Anthony said, so if I was you, I would practice with the drone a lot before you got out on the water. Absolutely. Let me tell you, even that aerial view thing that it did, it made us quite nervous because it went up. It went up.
We got $1,500 in a.
It went up far.
You can't call it a toy. I mean, for a lot of people it's a toy, but for us, just starting out, it's not a toy. I hope it to become a toy, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
And listen, we're trying to do our homework. We're trying to do this slow. We've had it for 3 weeks already. But we started in the rainy season, so we can't just throw it out every day.
Thank you for being here.
But yeah, we are going slow. We've watched a ton of videos, and we're doing little runs here and there.
And
thanks for being in, Zan.
And Sarah didn't go fishing today. I was watching the boat races. That's where they were.
Right. the big E boat races or something.
Heck yeah! All right, that's where you was.
Heck yeah, cool.
Actually, run baits on land and use good size. The bigger the bait, the more battery use.
Oh, are you talking about drone?
Yeah.
You're dropping drones, or dropping baits off of drones? He's jumping. I hope you get back to me with the pole and reel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love you too, Zan. Take care. We will message each other.
So interesting. One of the people were saying about using a drone to drop bait off, and I see a lot of. I'm starting to see a lot of videos of people beach fishing, especially like shark. They need to get the bait way out there past the rollers. So when I was a kid, I grew up on a lake. So freshwater fishing in Lake Racetown, Huntington, Pennsylvania. And so where the actual dam is, there's a big channel through a mountain, and then the dam. Well, where that channel starts, they have big buoys and a big cable up. You're not allowed past that with a boat. So, but that's where a lot of stripers, especially when they're breeding, they're in there and they're big monsters. So I remember as a kid, I don't remember if it started with my dad and his friends or me and my friends, but we would take remote control boats put a rubber band on the back, put our lure on there, bzzz, drive it back there, and when the boat got to where we wanted it, rip the lure, and it would come out of the little rubber band, and you'd be all the way back at the dam fishing.
Heck yeah. I use
Fisher people
shrimpler.
will figure it out.
Oh yeah. I use Voodoo the shrimpler. Try it, Jay. It's made to last. Heck
Now,
yeah.
I haven't used the Voodoo yet, but Jeff from Captain Ted's up here in Port Charlotte bait shop. He's really knowledgeable dude, been doing this forever, and he was telling me I have used some shrimp lures and I like the ones that I'm using, but a lot of people are saying this Voodoo one is killer, so I guess I'm gonna have to get a pack and go try them out. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Anthony, the drone part. Yep. Yeah, thank you for the question.
Yeah, we use
Captain Nikki up there at the races.
Yeah, Anthony, I just sent you a follow. I didn't realize that we weren't following each other.
Well, holy mackerel.
Stony, go check out Captain Nikki. They're up at the races. Oh, she's on live. Yeah, she does go.
Yep.
She goes on live quite a bit. All right, It was nice chilling with you guys. All right, Zan left the room, but he said it was nice chilling with you guys. All right, God bless you.
God bless everybody.
I got videos on my TikTok of the drones. Yep.
Nice.
We will go check that out because I just now followed you, so we'll go check that out.
Jorky, I just saw you come in there.
Mr. Walleye. Thank you for loving our TikTok.
Donald Duck, 1962 in the house. I went on 42-pound red snapper.
Wow.
That's bigger.
Nice. That would be so much
massive,
fun.
Dude. Woo. Yeah. That's a once in a lifetimer there. That's cool.
Ricardo said, especially the glow in the dark Voodoo. I tore up those specs in Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Man, coastal Texas has got some killer freaking trout. Killer trout. Glow in the dark. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people have been starting to use some of the glow in the dark products. A lot of times when I'm trying, I need to start looking at that too. I use these Trout Eye or Texas jigs for Big Eye Texas jigs for rubber plastic, soft plastics for trout and reds, jack, snook, and they have big eyes on them, big plastic eyes in a jig head, and they come in different colors. They come in green, red, clear, and I saw that they have a glow in the dark. And one of the young men at Sportsman's Wholesale here in Port Charlotte, told me to try the glow eyes. He said they were really working for him. So I definitely believe in some of that glow stuff, or I'd like to try it out. I'm supposed to do glow. Oh, okay.
So Walleye said I never fished in Florida.
Well, Mr. Walleye, get to Florida. We'll show you how to do it. There's water here all around us. Yeah, anytime, man. Here's the thing. We'll fish with anybody until you show us who you are.
Yeah, gotta have a good attitude. Look.
Z-Man for specs.
How do I say this? So when we went out,
we can only love you as much as you let us. How about that?
Yes.
How about that?
we like the positive mindset. That's for sure, because it gets you. So I mean, it could be a rainy day or a sunshiny day.
And in your head, it's still
your perspective.
The day that you want it to be.
Yeah.
Even if it's a rainy day and you want it sunshine.
He said I'd be a good fit. Well, good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Always positive. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
You got to be if you're a walleye fisherman. There's lots of times you ain't catching no walleyes. Walleyes are tough, man.
Yes, and every day, literally, our whole family says, "Today,
good day."
And you know why? Because it sets the precedence.
Yep.
Like, it is going to be a good day. So that's kind of our little thing. We definitely try to stay positive. And trust me, you cannot stay negative around Lily.
No.
Lily will put you back in that positive mindset in a heartbeat. And then
it's hard for all of us, really. I mean, a lot of people say, God, I wish we were where you are. And I look at that and I should 100% take that as a compliment, as you should be where we are because of us. But I know what most of you mean. You're looking for the place. Yeah. Well, the place is where you are. Doesn't matter where you are.
Because no matter where you go, you're taking you. And if you're not happy with yourself, guess what? You'll never find that happiness. Oh my gosh, we need to stop. Anyways.
Here comes that dog training therapy coming out right now. It's never about the dogs. It's about the humans.
It's about the humans. We got.
What's this? You're in Venice Beach. No, we
missed something.
We're in Englewood, Florida, but we're in Venice a lot because we fish the jetty and around the jetty and some of the inlets. I have a chiro up there, so I'm up there at least every other week. So I make the most of it.
So is this one?
If you can put my hands on the picture, I will share it. We just moved up and pack up some. Donald, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
If you can get your hands on the picture. Okay, cool. I got you. Cool. We just moved up here. All right, awesome.
Hold on. Do I have you? Oh, let me follow you, Donald. I'm sorry.
Holy cow. Ain't even following.
Look, and it aggravates me because, listen, I am adamant that if you follow us, we follow back. But unfortunately, TikTok likes to play this game sometimes with us and says, you're following too fast. And they'll literally stop me.
I don't think it's always that. I think we have had so many people jump in at one time, I don't even think you could keep up.
It's not
there was like 500 last weekend.
I am willing to sit and push follow back for hours just to follow people back.
But TikTok will only let you add so many. Because they don't want you out there just trying to scam everybody. And believe me, we don't want to scam nothing. That's for sure.
No, and
but
I just follow
when she says,
else.
hey, if they're following us, I want to follow them. That's not
what's
bad.
Gonna happen.
You have yourselves a good woman there. How do you know? She is awesome.
Aww.
She is, hold on, I didn't see the last name, Ricardo Fernandez. Okay, thanks, Ricardo. I had a buddy in the Army named Ricardo, and I wanted to jump in there quick. It's hard, it's hard to keep up. And we're still relatively new at all this,
Yeah.
I have no technical bones whatsoever. These guys keep me electronically
focused. That's why I keep
focused.
him in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And I have trouble. I have to run to Lily most
Thank
of the time.
you, Mr. Walleye. Appreciate it. Love you.
Yes, thank
New
you for coming
user joining. Thank you. Larry Brockwell, 2020.
Did we miss any?
We do have some chemistry. It's weird, though, because sometimes it's like sulfur magnesium and gunpowder.
You shut your mouth. He's lying.
They both sound like they're in the same category, but they make even more explosions.
Yes, we make explosions.
We're good.
Goofy. Listen, find some, if you don't have some money or just, I'm thankful that he makes me laugh. That is the greatest thing about it is he cracks me up. I'm laughing all the time. So guess what laughing does?
Makes you laugh. I'm so thankful that I make her laugh. Because then I laugh. Well, that's how it all started right there. One laugh turned to another.
Listen, I have to... okay, hold on. Let's make sure nobody's saying anything or asking a question. While I had to leave. Okay.
Why is there fitness and sports up there?
So where's that Polymer Knot? Thank you.
You want to see a Polymer Knot?
We needed somebody to put us back on track. You're awesome.
I'm going to say Polymer Knot right now. This is a favorite one.
We got high on ourselves.
Just put the hook right here.
On how happy we are.
Oh, I can't do that. That could be dangerous. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. That would be dangerous if you would ever do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Polymer Knot. Put your line through the loop. Make a loop and come back through the eyelet. Whoops, I didn't come through the eyelet. Now, you're going to make just a simple square knot, overhand loop knot, however you call it, where you come from. It's just the simplest knot. Pull it down just a little bit, not too tight. Wet your line. Pull your hook through that loop. And then just tighten the tag part. The tag is this little end sticking up. Can you see right there, that little piece by itself. Pull it down. Cut off your tag line. And that is the strongest knot that I have ever worked with. Sorry about that. It is super strong. it just doesn't want to break ever. I have caught. Shoot, what's probably most impressive? I caught a 9 pound. Oh, it was like 9.89 pounds. Largemouth bass in a creek, in a small river or a creek where I come from, but
creek.
And I had, I think, 6 pound test on, and it got under a log for, God, a good 30 seconds. And I fished it out and landed that thing because of that knot.
Yes.
That's the only reason.
Skills, too.
Also, admire the way y'all fish as a family.
Yes, thank you.
We tried, but we need a bigger boat so everyone can go on.
Exactly.
My wife and I have been married for over 40 years, and it jumped up 40 years, and we dated all the way to high school. That's what I'm talking about. That's beautiful.
How do you say that?
That is beautiful.
Potato 190.
I'm just going to call you Tater 190.
Tater. Thank you.
Oh my
appreciate
goodness,
the
thank
gifts. You're so sweet. Thank you. So where's that? Okay. My wife and
That's
I
awesome.
read that.
Very cool, very cool. Oh, you see this? Look, the sun's finally coming back out here.
Yeah, it's been
in Southwest Florida.
Awesome. Thank you. I
Username
appreciate you.
Declanger.
Cool.
What was that? Declanger, Billy Joe, Doe. That says douche, but it says Doe 21 douche. Novex, Justin Piper.
What's
User
up?
do everything. User did.
So
Use read everything.
So if anybody's come in and they want to see a Polymer Knot, just please let us know because he's done it a couple
times.
I'll
throw it up there.
But if there's anything else you want him to show you as far as knots or line or...
I only know 2 knots. I know a couple other ones. Well, you know what? Come in and tell me what your favorite is or what you think your strongest is or why you like a particular knot. A lot of times I like this Polymer Knot because I can cut that tag end off so close that it doesn't pick up weeds. And when I'm using artificial bait like a rubber swim bait, a little rubber swim bait, and you tie onto the end and you run it through the weeds, it won't catch all them weeds. I know there's some other knots that other people like. If you want to get into that discussion, Mario 35 Mario, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate it. We're getting cake and more cake. What is that thing? Fire? What is that?
Hold on, I got put
We're
my
not.
glasses
Listen, we can't see all the little emojis sometimes. Looks like we're getting fire.
3 times.
Mr. Texas.
I generally use modified trilene knot.
Yep. So
okay.
I used to know what a trilene knot was. What's a modified trilene? Well, I'm guessing you probably can't explain it to me over the text, but yeah. So I've been watching line testing and knot testing since I was probably I'll be generous and say 18 years old. I watched the Bassmasters since I was a little kid, and Bill Dance and Shaw Grigsby and who's the other old boy that was Bassmaster, has a show. His sons are big outdoorsmen now. But I've watched testing on knots and line, and the Polymer Knot has for 30 years just been at the top of the class. And if it hasn't been the top with maybe one certain type of line or like maybe braided line it's not as good in, or this, it's still like generally the top of the line for me.
Tim said I eliminate one of the loops. It's fairly unnecessary on the modified trilene.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying on the modified trilene. I'd have to look at them again. I just don't do a lot of other knots since mine work where I'm using them.
Yeah.
So
Ricardo
I'm
said,
gonna color my eyes with
I
the
know.
sun in them. Isn't that crazy?
The sun's popping out. Ricardo,
Sorry,
I retired out of Gilbert Fields, Florida. Is that up in the Panhandle? I wish I would have made Florida my home. Oh my goodness, where did you go?
It's never too late.
It's never too late. Heck no.
Where are you at now?
I think he said Texas. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
Timmy,
yeah, we're so
Timmy.
thankful that we're here in Florida. We love it.
You caught a 7-pound smallie. First of all, that just catching 7-pound smallie. Not sure where you're from or where you're fishing for, but a 7-pound smallie is a giant anywhere, any day. On ultralight, mostly lake drag and pit. Yeah, so learn your equipment. Like I was saying earlier, match your stuff, and you can do a lot. We have fished ultralight rods for a ton of stuff. When we go kayak fishing, most of the time we take our at least our ultralight and maybe the next thing up from that. And we were down in the Keys catching 5-pound barracudas on topwater on ultralights, and it was ridiculous. I mean, super fun, but you never know if you're gonna land one.
Ricardo, in a way, you're living what my life could have been.
Hey, you still got it, bro. You still got it.
Never ever too late.
Hey, from Rhode Island, you're an alien, but what? Hold on.
Element fisher.
What does that mean?
What's
an element? What's an element fisher there, Timmy?
My husband is a scuba diver.
Anna. Oh, it keeps jumping. Sorry. Anyway, Rhode Island. What's an element fisher?
Yeah, what is that? My husband is a
I'm
scuba
curious.
diver. I love it. I wish I could scuba dive. That would be too cool.
Right on. Oregon before we moved to Kansas. All right. You're out there. Big Weston.
You are, yeah.
Big West.
Let's see.
Dude, sturgeons are bases.
Lobster and flounder.
And they're in like the toughest rivers. Lobster and flounder. I love both of them.
That's what she's talking about. When she said
element. Okay,
element.
I got you. I have a nice live here in Texas. However, I missed the emerald cut. Yeah, I hear. Hey, listen. It's funny. So we live on a canal. Every day we walk out there, the water's pretty dirty. And it's because of the canal, public life here that sucks. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I got you. Okay.
We got it now, Anna. Thank you.
But this water gets a little bit dirty, and even when we do a lot of this inshore, the water's a little bit dirty because it's way more salinated here, it's more sedimented here. But I go less than a mile, and get in the pass or the tributaries coming off the pass, and it's clear water, and it is so nice. We get over there and we see that bluish water or clear water, and it changes your whole attitude. It's crazy.
I'm like, is this real? Is this real? Like, is my eyes really seeing this? Because I know I have.
Like, we can see the dolphin down their 4 feet, and we can see their teeth.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I have
amazing.
reading glasses, and I do question: is this really happening? Because it's so beautiful.
Timmy, that polymer, it once you learn it, what to do with your fingers, super simple, and that's another reason I love it. There's somebody that said something here. Hold on, trying to catch back up. Got it. And Timmy. I'll probably never catch one. Hey, don't ever put that in the system. Put in what you want, not what you don't want. Now that you know what you don't want, put in what you want. Say it that way.
Speak what you want. I will try out that Polymer Knot. Okay, you already answered.
Hey, still people joining in. Thank you, Arnie Fitton and James Reed.
Like we said, if anybody wants to learn the Polymer Knot, please just comment. We did it a few times. If you're just not coming in, question answers. We gave our story.
A bashing.
Oh no.
We have a daughter. She's got a bottle of milk. I wonder what's going on here. She's looking very weird. Maybe she's mixing a drink for herself. It is evening.
It's not me.
No vodka with your milk today? Huh?
You put Nate into bed. Is it really that time?
So this is our Florida room, and we have a spare fridge out here, so all the extra stuff stays out here, and apparently... push it shut. The baby's milk is spare.
Okay, Dad.
That's how that goes. Shut the door. She's eating the foil cap.
They'll never know. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
They'll never know.
I've only got to help Dad for a couple of years with her, so.
It's not his fault. Peace out, dude.
Oh, goodness.
That's gross. That's so bad for you.
I'm gonna have to jump
Lily,
out of these glasses.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Lily has to come say hi.
By the way, I only wear these for reading, and they kill me otherwise. So this is the longest I've had them on ever.
Lily's coming to say hi.
I'm concentrating on monster cats. Meow, that I live in Kansas. Meow. What kind of cats they got there? Blues, flatheads, channels, Asian cats? Oh, of course, everybody wants to see the glow of Lily.
Look at me.
Isn't she so cute? Yeah. Oh, yeah, now she loves the camera. Oh, my goodness, look at my chin. She's so cute.
Jay's big ol' eyeballs.
Oh, and these glasses,
Okay.
yeah, they're giant. I can't read anything about them.
What is he
All
saying?
right, hold on. We get
Is that
Lily. Get
Lisa's
over here.
sister?
Aww.
Ah, nice try, Ricardo. That is Lisa's sister.
Team Lily.
Yes,
Yes.
everybody loves Team Lily. Chris Pomeroy, thanks for joining.
I think we missed something.
I'm sure we did.
Where did we stop?
Anthony, Adamant, Untitled Palmer. Nope, we're good. I think we're caught up. Just came in. Chris
Yay,
Palmer,
let's
thank you for
dress
coming in. Team Lily.
Team-
Hey, it's
Bye, Lily.
two L's in Lily.
Yes.
I didn't take all three out on
Do
the ride.
hashtag Team LILLY.
Hey, Sarah, you need to bring us back in the boat, too. You're not just taking us out. You're bringing us back, too.
Yes, please take us out. That would be awesome.
Hey, we'd love to get together with you. Oops. Timmy. Oh, it's all good
You're
here, man.
good. We're
All
just
love.
messing
All
with
love. El Dorado. No, El Verdado. Wonder.
So I
Katangra or Grande. Holy cow. Team Lily with two L's.
Hey, woo woo.
Everett Queen, what's up? Hey. Very cool.
Yeah,
We're just.
we had a few little boys loving on Lily the other day on live,
Oh, good
saying they're going to
Lord.
start Lily's fan club.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
oh,
so we
God.
appreciate the ones that are going to join on Braxton's fan club. So we can kind of, mediate some things, make them all feel good.
Yeah.
User 6,079,000 from the Fitness and Sports Topic, Steve Endington. What's up?
Let's make sure we're following everybody.
Yeah, just trying to say hi to other people joining in and stuff too.
No.
I have noticed that sitting here looking up at the camera makes me want to burp when I'm drinking beer.
You're not drinking beer.
Well, not right at the moment, but now I am.
She said 3 L's. Yep.
Three. Hey, we can do 3 hours.
LLY.
Correction noted. Thank you. Rusty Yelkins, what up? Man, that name sounds familiar. Rusty Yelkins. Sounds like a country song.
Rusty Elkins.
Elkins? I thought it said Yelkins.
No.
Midnight Tria, Joe Cobb, 15p. We are going to have to change this because it does kink my neck up.
All right.
Really bad.
So we just.
Oh, that's so much better.
It was because you were doing polymer knots. We had to angle it.
She's the videographer. What the?
Listen.
Wait, no wonder I
No.
got to have a chiropractor.
Stay on track.
I am.
You were doing polymer knots. That's why.
Am I doing a? Well, they could have been closer. Am I doing a polymer knot?
No. Well, if somebody
Thank you
asks
for using
for a polymer
user
knot,
or joining user.
if somebody asks for a polymer knot,
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of asking for a donut now.
ew, you want a donut?
Oh, something sweet. That's something sweet.
It's me. All right. Don't do that on camera. Might get reported.
For being grumpy old man.
TMI.
Shit.
Get away. Oh
So
my
you
God.
start your polymer knot, you gotta hold your mouth like this.
Ah.
Alright. So anyway.
Get a room.
Hey,
Thank you, Anthony.
thank you. Brandon Stevens, how are you for joining? Thank you.
No,
Listen,
God.
we've got a whole house.
We do.
But we're just gonna stay PG right here.
Yep. We'll stay here a minute.
I thought there was something on my face because this little piece of this comment keeps staying right here. Thought I had a booger.
You got a nose on your
Hey, thanks for coming in. Brian O, 358. Genoa, Robert Hopkins, Bobby Hopkins, Chris Pomeroy, Audrey Lib.
It's weird. It's not showing everybody.
No, well, yeah, it's kind of got. We're only catching a few at a time here. Oh goodness. Anyway, we were going over polymer knots and a couple leaders for live rigs or cut bait, shrimp, things like that. If anybody's got any questions, hit us up about our fishing or our adventure lifestyle. Here's what the future holds for us. I think our next unnormal adventure is going to be, we got some friends coming in from out of town, and they actually used to live here in Florida, and they convinced us, like they really convinced us to move here. We went home and packed our stuff, and while we were moving here, they moved away.
Yes, shame on
While
them.
we were coming to live near them, to be friends with them, they moved away.
But you know what? It's because we inspired them to go live their best life, and they did.
And then they got sad.
Wind City,
and they want to move back. Hey, what's
outdoors.
up? Oh, hey, what's up, Wind City Outdoors? We might have to check you out. Oh, look at the big muskie on your homepage.
Oh,
Woo!
nice.
Big old muskie up there. So, Wind City, you up around Chicago, fishing the big lakes up there. Anyway, what was I talking about?
I'm talking about our friends moving away.
So they're coming down, and they're gonna meet up here, and Lisa and I and Eddie and Ashley are gonna go to Key Largo. We're gonna
take our boat.
Get an Airbnb. We're gonna drag our boat down there. Our little 18.5 foot, our 1860 Key Largo from 2012 with the 90 horsepower Yamaha on it. And we're going to do some little inshore fishing down there. We're going to check out local establishments, and we're actually going to try to look up a couple local YouTubers down there that are now starting to TikTok.
Ah.
They just switched over. I just saw them when
They switched to TikTok?
I just started following them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty. They do pretty well on YouTube, and they're cool. But we're gonna go try to catch up with them. Just maybe learn what they've been doing. They've been doing it a couple years now, and it's actually two couples, and they fish together. And they started out fishing. The couples fish together, and they do a lot of catch, clean, and cook. So we're just gonna try to catch up with them and see what we can do. But we're gonna hang out with our friends, check out everything Key Largo has to offer, do some fishing.
We like the Alabama Jacks.
We will run down to Alabama Jacks, the last spot before you head to Key West areas. What was the other thing? And then we have... Oh, nope. On the 13th, we have a charter with...
Oh, he's in Canada.
Hey, cool. What's up? Windy City. Oh, okay.
Wind City.
Right, but a lot of times people shorten it to, try to get... Yeah. But cool. Thank you, Wind City, Canada. So we have a charter with TNT Charters, and we're going to be going out of Venice, Florida, and I have
July 13th.
July 13th. I have no idea what we're fishing for.
But guess what? I can't go live.
We try to go. We'll probably try to do a live as we start before we head out in the morning, and then when we get back to the ramp, so everybody can see our catch and our clean. And if we're not wiped out, maybe we even cook when we get back that night something that we caught.
Well, I see a Kentucky.
Hey, Kentucky.
Daryl's in Kentucky. What's up, Daryl?
What's up, Daryl?
Thanks, Win.
DJ Kevin, evening. What's up?
So we moved from Kentucky
We are
to
having
Florida.
fun. Thanks for being in there, Wind City. Kanga, what's up? DeFreeze 70. Venice Jetty are super yeah, Matt. Who's that? Anna DeMayo. I'm sorry if I say any names wrong. Sorry. Number one, they're moving fast. Number two, I can't really see all that well. Yes, Venice Jetty is really cool. We love it up there. The beach is cool. Yeah. Bowling Green, Kentucky.
All right. Yep.
All right.
My specialist was there in Bowling Green. I really am gonna hate that I have to change.
Chase, Timerack. Yeah.
Change my doctor. To
maybe we'll just take you back here. You go to Venture.
Oh yeah, 13 hours.
Yeah. It's pretty close for us too. Yeah, it's about 36 minutes to Venice to the jetty from here for us.
Yeah.
Gabriel with a bunch of numbers. Thank you. DJ Kevin. Thanks. Wacky Outlaw. Wacky Outlaw. Antonio Reyes. Thank you for coming in. User 8,979,254.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it crazy?
Teeth from Venice. Oh my! Hold on. Actually, let me show you some of our shark teeth.
Yeah. Well, right here we got a little jar full of some, and we've
got 'em
done some
everywhere.
shark teeth. It's one of the first things we teach people when we get here, how and where to go, check them out. We don't have any of the big ones yet.
We enjoy these little ones right now. Hold on, let me pull a couple out.
We are going to get with a guy that used to guide here
For the
to go out
Mayaka.
looking at shark teeth and
How cool this one is.
shark teeth and fossils and stuff like that. Sucks that it won't focus better. That's a really good tooth too.
I wonder why it
We've
won't
got
focus.
almost every kind, and we've got old ones, new ones. We just we haven't got anything over probably as long as my thumb. Here, set a couple like flat, and I'll put I'll put my hand up. Well, it won't stick, but it might stick to my hand. There, yeah, there you go.
We got some.
Turn this way.
So these are actually, people don't know. Well, that's a shark.
That's a shark
Barracuda tooth?
No, that's a tiger, I think.
We have so many different.
Yeah. They're actually, so they're actually sitting the way that they should be in their mouth.
Let me see if I can find a.
But we have thousands
Oh my
of
god!
these.
Look at this one.
Here, I'm gonna pan this down here for a second. We have thousands.
So check that one out. Hopefully it's focusing. I don't know why that's in there.
Well, this is a barracuda tooth. It's rounded. It's not like the other ones.
I don't know if it's
There's a
showing.
barracuda tooth. There's a big chunk of barracuda tooth. But
I think this one's the coolest.
and they
We've
come
got
in.
so many different ones.
They come in every shape and size and color. They say the older they are, the darker, the more black they are. But there's a guy that used to guide people on the Peace and Mayaka River. There's a fossil, and he has tons of stuff. He's got mastodon ribs and teeth this big. I swear, look at my shirt. Teeth this big.
Yeah.
Giant megalodon teeth and mastodon bones and different stuff. Manatees. We've found a bunch of smaller stuff, just nothing big. My biggest piece is we found one about that long. It's a rib from a manatee, and it's about that big around. So if you can, it's about that big around and that long,
Yeah.
and that's just a piece of a rib.
Not many
That's
people
pretty cool.
know that Venice is the shark tooth capital. Yeah, and you know what's surprising is
Very cool.
I find more shark teeth at the beach, at the Minnesota beach.
Yeah. We
Than
don't
I
find
do
nearly as
in
many up
Venice.
there, but
Yeah.
but everybody says they're bigger, and if you snorkel and dive out there, you will definitely get way bigger teeth
Yeah.
up around Venice.
Oh yeah, we can collect them.
It's just another part of us hanging out. We go to the beach, have something different to do for a little while. You know, once the kids figure out how to do it, they love it. Our Yasmerada Gabriel, thank you for coming in. It's just something else we do and have fun at. You know, the new family that moved here, that friends we had from Kentucky, they just went to the beach the other day, and when they came back, they were all excited to show us all their shark teeth, and they were like, "Oh, cool, good job." They were like, "We got 40 teeth today, holy cow!" And it's funny because our when we started, it was like,
'Cause
hey,
we
if
have
we
the
brought
eye.
home 10 or 15 the first day or two, it was cool. Now
It's
probably-
hundreds.
Yeah, probably 250
'Cause you
in,
get an
in,
eye
a,
for
in an
it.
hour. Yeah, you start figuring out what to see. Can we send you one? Well, maybe. Send us a DM.
So you actually want one of these shark teeth? Is that what you're talking about?
Anna. She's a dog lover. She's got 2 puppies. My pictures of 2 puppies. Chemo Clendon. P. Willie 85. Thank y'all for joining. Appreciate it.
So if anybody's still wanting to see
Oh no, phone
any knots-
froze.
Oh no, my phone froze. I was showing one of. Are you wanting one of these shark teeth? Is that what you're talking about? So, and if anybody's wanting to see a polymer knot since I put it on our subject.
Cindy
Just
Powell
let
too
us
for
know.
joining. Thank
Just
you.
let us know.
Kev Doll 85. Thank you for joining.
Oh. Yeah, our
I was
next.
gonna say we probably should shut this off soon. I'm about
Yep,
ready to eat
let's
dinner.
go ahead and. All right, you guys.
Bryce, thank you for joining.
Anna, just send us a message, all right? But listen,
Dino, thanks for joining. Joyce Smith,
We're-
858. Thank you.
what's up,
Cindy
Cindy?
Powell, hey, how
What's
are
up?
you?
So we
Yes, and shells.
You'll have to DM
Didn't she
us.
say she was right near Venice Beach?
I thought you guys were right there at the beach.
No.
Oh, they should be.
Are you in Venice? Anna D?
Yeah, we thought you were.
Baby
actually
Blue,
in
thanks for
Venice.
joining.
So we were here to do some polymer knots,
Maybe
but
someone
we.
very young too. You never know.
Yeah.
New user coming in. Thank
No,
you.
that's
Okay.
why.
Maybe we had you confused with the Venice Beach person.
Yeah. Anna,
Robert coming, thanking in.
Anna, send us
Doo, thank you.
a message, all right?
Sean Chrisman, thank you for coming in. I don't know if that's Sean A. Chrisman or Sean Chrisman. Cool. I have been in Venice. Okay. Juris
right.
just joined. Thank you. But unfortunately, we're going to wrap this up. We've been at it a little bit. Thank you for joining, everyone that's been in. It's been really cool.
Go Nats.
And it's way easy. It's way more easy for me to do this and actually talk than to be fishing and do anything. I love it when I'm out there, and I love when Lisa's live with everything. But man,
Guess I can get in.
I get focused. Ricardo, I do not own a Bubba. I actually think they would be really cool, nice. They have nice big handles and a little bit wider blades usually at the backbone of them. But I just haven't bought them. I have 2 fillet knives left to my name, and I'll use them until there's nothing left.
Yeah.
I'll keep sharpening them.
We can't find the one that he just bought not too long ago.
I had bought a new one, and unfortunately, somehow it's been misplaced.
Yeah, we don't know where it went.
Don't know what happened, but whatever.
Just found myself
And
everything.
I
Aw.
think they'd probably be great knives, but I just don't own any.
Thank you,
it'd be
Cindy.
great, you know, if they ever send us one or someone does, I'll definitely do a review. I think they're neat. I think they were one of the first ones that actually changed anything in fillet knives for a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love watching us too.
Cindy, I love that you guys are
Cool,
enjoying our
very
videos.
cool.
Just
Just
found
fun.
my second favorite TikTok.
That's
Oh,
what's up.
wait a minute. What we got to do to be the favorite?
Yeah, what we gotta do? What we gotta do?
Send you the shark teeth and the shells.
Gonna take you on if I ever go visit. Hey man, if you ever get close to the area, yeah, or
Come on.
I don't know,
yeah.
maybe just DM, maybe we'll be your way. We head out and do some adventures. We're probably gonna make it to either Michigan or somewhere up north here, hopefully before September. I'm
it's
going to
super hot
Kentucky
here.
in October for probably
2 months.
the end of October to the middle of December.
I'll be here fishing. Me and Lily, we'll take it over.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna have to take one of the old GoPros and a lot of battery chargers.
Yeah.
Try to get some stuff on my own up there. Gabrielle, thanks for coming in. There was another one, I didn't see it.
Oh.
But we are getting ready to get out of
Yeah,
here. We appreciate all you guys coming in. We think it's cool. It's just fun for us to just talk to somebody else.
I know. Shut your mouth. You know you love talking
I'm
to
in
me.
medical, so don't give much time off. I hear ya.
Appreciate
thank
your
you.
service.
Thank you for being out there taking care of the civilians.
Yep, and listen, we'll send you something. Just
Yeah, you got to DM
message
us
me.
and give us a day or two.
Message me and give me. I am the world's worst at mailing anything. I mailed my first package
You can't even
a year
spell mail.
ago.
Oh yeah,
I needed your help.
literally. I had to take her to the post office to mail her first thing ever package.
Okay, we can talk forever. We love you
All
guys.
right.
Thank
Love
you
you
for
guys.
being
Appreciate
in.
it.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris saw you just come in. John Oliver, thanks for coming in, but
We've been
we
on
gotta
a minute.
go. I'm starving.
We hungry.
That means I need a beer.
Ricardo,
Austin
thanks.
55, thanks for coming in. Ricardo, appreciate everything.
Loves you
Danger
guys.
Ranger, Bluefin 80, 808. Love all you guys, but we gotta go. Peace
Have a
out.
beautiful evening.
Oh God.